Hello, hi. If you've been following our latest videos in this channel, you've realized that I've been giving you content that helps you make the best out of your employability or your job skills, and also content that helps you to develop your career or scale up your business. And in this video today, I want us to talk about mentors. Okay, so it is actually said that having the right mentor in your life can help you fast track your career or business growth. So the question that most people grapple with is just how do you make a connection and or reach out to your mentor? And in this video, I'll give you tips on how to make a connection and reach out to your potential mentors. And notice I'm saying mentors, not just a mentor, because you shouldn't limit your growth to one mentor. Mentor or mentor, whichever way you define it, you need to watch this video for tips on how you can make a connection with your mentors. Hello and welcome to Voice It. This is a platform where we have meaningful dialogues with the aim of provoking social change and empowering millennials in Kenya to be active citizens. If you've just joined, please subscribe and be part of this squad. Now, learning from someone who is wiser, older, and more experienced is it's an invaluable opportunity to fast track your career. Whether you're in school or you're just starting out on your job or you've actually excelled in your business, it's actually good to make a connection with someone who's gonna guide you through. Now, the tips that I'm giving you below, these are some of the tips that have really worked for me and helped me make a connection with important, serious people who've helped me in scaling up my career. And the first tip is you need to have a personal brand for success. Okay? Everyone wants to gravitate towards success, and so that is exactly the same thing that you're looking for when you're searching for a mentor, when you're searching to connect with someone who is excelling in their career or in their respective field of work, or any important person you want to guide you in the process of your career or business growth. So it's really, really crucial to make sure that you've developed yourself in a way that you are a success story by yourself. You have something going on for yourself. Either you have good grades, if you're in school, you have good grades, or you're excelling in a co-curricular activity, or if you are in the job market already, what is that thing that defines you? What is it that sets you apart and makes you more marketable? Because that is what will give you a platform to connect with other people. The second thing is that you need to reach out. The second tip to finding a mentor is you need to reach out, because let's face it, it's up for you to find and connect with your mentor, with your potential mentor. It's not for them to identify you or to reach out to you. And so if no one knows you exist, then they can't make a connection with you. And so this brings me to my third point. So how do you go about reaching out to your potential mentor? You probably admire them from a distance, but then how do you move from just admiring to making a connection with them? Which brings me to my third tip. This is where you get yourself in the right environment. What do I mean by this? You see, there are certain places, there are certain functions, there are certain forums where the people you desire to make a connection with usually hang out. And I don't necessarily mean social joints where you go and meet someone in a club. It's probably not one of the best places if you're looking for a mentor, because people go to such places to loosen out. I'm talking about places that provide serious business opportunities, and this includes places like conferences, places like workshops, places like seminars, product launches, etc. So it's up to you first to identify who are the people that you want to make a connection with, and identify which places they are likely to be. Basically, for me, actually, events are the most ideal platforms to connect with important people. And so you're probably asking, how do I get to find out about some of these functions, some of these conferences, some of these seminars? This is information that is mostly available online. If you go to some of the companies' websites, you'll actually see their upcoming events. And so one of the things that I also encourage people to do is sign up for newsletters. I know most people find it a bother, but if you have certain industries that you're really interested in and certain companies where you like probably either their CEO or some of their managers, sign up for newsletters from these companies, and anytime they have an event, they'll probably do you a write-up about the event, and then you can go online and register for such events. If you remember, if you watched that video last week, we had Richard, a HR practitioner, who actually spoke about the importance of attending conferences as well, and training opportunities to develop yourself. And if you didn't watch, you'll find the video in the link below, and also I think it's the video that will pop next after this one, so make sure you watch it. And so yes, so the key thing there is put yourself in the right environment. Okay, that was my tip number 3. The other thing is, and maybe I need to mention, some of these events might actually even need you to pay up for them, because maybe it's a training or a workshop that is being done by someone you really admire and you would like to make a connection with, and maybe it's a motivational talk and it's being charged maybe 1,000 shillings. So don't think that you're wasting your money. Sometimes it's good to make that investment because you are developing yourself. That's probably money that you'll go take it out in a drink, or if you're a lady, go do your money and it's done. Okay, so let's go to my next point, and that is let's do a small recap. First, you've developed your own brand of success and you've reached out, and secondly, you've put yourself in the right environment. And so how do you move on there? How do you move from that point? Yes, you're in this conference or in this workshop and your potential mentor is right there. How do you connect with them? And that brings me to my next point. Communicate your intentions. And so here, let's assume that you've gotten yourself in the right environment and your mentor is right there at this conference, is outside there having a small chat with some colleagues. How do you get to approach them? And so this is where confidence is required, okay? So this is where you actually get to communicate your intentions. You want to make a connection with this person. So my advice is that you walk up to where that person is and go introduce yourself. Because you are in an environment that favors that dialogue. You're not in some random street. You're in a place, an environment that connects you. Okay? So walk up to them. Most of the time, they won't be alone. They'll be in a group of people. And so go excuse yourself. Go excuse yourself. Say hi to everyone. And go and say, hello, Winnie Kabente. I'm so-and-so. And commend them for something they're doing. If you admire this person, it definitely means there's something you like about them, either their career or their company. Commend them about their company and the significant traits or progress they're making in their industry. That is to do the icebreaker and keep them at ease. And then now, remember the first point where I said you need to develop yourself, have something going on for yourself. This is where it comes to play. Because when you are introducing yourself to this person, that is what gives you the confidence, because you know you're good in something. And so when you are making a connection with them, you go like, hi, I'm Winnie Kabente, this is what I do, and I would really like to connect with you and get information regarding this and this. By that time, I'm assuming you've done your homework. You know what you need to learn from this person. And when you are communicating to them, that is the conversation that you're bringing out. So never approach someone who you want to mentor you without doing your background check and not knowing really what you want from them. And so I'm sure they'll give you your time. Make it brief, go straight to the point, and at that point, ask for their cards. Okay, the card is really very, very, very crucial because first it has all the details. It has their phone number, it has their emails, and also it's not a casual way, the same way people ask for numbers. And I'm also assuming at that point you have your card, but if you don't have it, still fine. Okay, and so let's go to my next point. So you have succeeded in identifying, reaching out to your potential mentor, and you've made a connection with them. So how do you carry on with that? And so that is where, once you've made that connection, they've given you their contacts, you could write to them first. Don't just demand to meet them upfront. You could actually write to them with questions regarding issues that you'd like to learn more. Probably, let's say you're really trying to learn different trends in the industry. Let me have an example with Richard, the HR practitioner who I hosted last week to talk about soft skills. Let's assume I've identified Richard as someone I would like to attend his trainings, or someone I would like to learn about preparing myself for the job market. And so what you do, I will write to Richard an email, introduce myself, and remind him I'm that person he met at such and such conference, and I will be interested to learn a few things about XXX and Y. Once he responds, you put that into action. So that is actually my last point, showing your results. So once you keep making inquiries from your potential mentor or mentor at this point, it's good to always give them feedback about your growth. And so if I approached Richard and asked him how to improve on my communication skills or my interview skills when I'm doing voice it, and he gave me tips, then I go and exercise and practice those tips, I should be in a position to write back to Richard and say, thank you, Richard. Your tips on how to scale up my interview skills really came in handy. I managed to do 1, 2, 3, and I got good feedback. Thank you so much. So the next time you I reach out to Richard with another inquiry, he will be more than glad, because he's seen that I'm utilizing all the advices he's given me, and I'm not just wasting his time. And so the next time I ask if I can meet Richard for a brief meeting of a coffee or breakfast meeting, he's likely to give me the time, because he's seeing that I am learning from him and I'm already improving myself. So guys, those are my 4 tips on how you can make a connection with your potential mentors, and I really hope that they have been helpful to you. Remember, the first one is develop your own reputation for success. The second one, reach out. Third one, put yourself in the right environment. Fourth, communicate your intentions. And the fifth one is show your results, your growth. Okay, these are tips that have worked for me, and I'm hoping they can help you. I would also like to hear from you. Have you had a mentor in your life, and how has it made a difference in your career or in your business? And what are some of the do's and don'ts when you are connecting with a mentor that you would like to share with the rest of us? Please comment in the comment section and let's have this conversation. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click that bell so that you get notifications anytime we have exciting content. Bye bye.